Hey, I'm Spencer and this is Small Kitchen Sweets. I'm so much happier with this outfit. It's been a long time coming. Oh no, I just hit that. Why am I talking so funny? Why can't I just be normal? Hey guys, I'm Spencer. This is Small Kitchen Sweets. I'm on YouTube now. We're finally here and we're gonna make some cookies today. A little bit about me. I've been baking for the past couple of years. I love to put it on Instagram and share with everybody else. I love to take classic recipes and turn them on their head a little bit. And I love learning new things. That's the best part about baking. So throughout this whole journey, I'm going to share that with you. So get ready, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna make is the party cookie. This is based on my grandmother's chocolate chip cookie recipe. When I was starting to bake, I took that recipe as kind of my base and I just kind of went for it. So for this one, we add white chocolate chips, a couple of special ingredients, and sprinkles, so what could go wrong? In the description down below, I will link the recipe over on my blog, so go check it out. I will have all the ingredients listed. All the tips that I talk about today will be there. Let's make the party cookie. We're gonna start off with some controversy. So the first ingredient is normally butter in a cookie, but in my cookie it is shortening. I know, it's a little scary to think about using shortening in a cookie, but actually a lot of your favorite things probably have shortening in them and you didn't even know. So we're using shortening. It's a must. You can use butter, but actually don't use butter. It really, just make something else if you don't have shortening, because this really makes the cookie so good and fluffy. So we're gonna use 200 grams. I like to weigh everything, and I would suggest that you get a scale because it really makes all of the difference. So we're gonna put 200 grams of shortening into our bowl of an electric mixture. Then we're gonna add 200 grams of brown sugar. Then we also need 200 grams of white sugar. We use a lot of sugar around here. Big bowl. A bowl? No. This is a bucket. A big bucket. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients in the bowl. Oh gosh. Drop the towel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on my mixer. I'm gonna cream all of this together for about 5 minutes. It seems like a long time, but you really wanna get that shortening and those sugars dissolved together so you get a really nice and fluffy mixture. So 5 minutes. Okay, so we have our sugar and our shortening nicely combined. So the next thing we want to do is add a little bit of flavor in there to get that birthday cake taste. So this took quite a while for me to figure out, but the answer is using vanilla and almond extracts. I didn't want it to taste too like bakey, so I just one day decided to put these two things together and it's the perfect taste. So I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in here. And I just kind of use whatever vanilla I have. I don't use anything fancy for this. You know, McCormick's or Watkins, whatever you've got. And then I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of almond extract. While that's going, I'm gonna heat up some water. I usually put it like in the kettle, or I will just get it from the tap. As boiling as you can, you need 4 tablespoons of that. You can't overmix these cookies, which is nice. It's not like a cake or something, so you can just leave that running the whole time pretty much and pour your stuff in as you go. So the next thing I'm gonna do is 3 eggs. I have these out at room temperature. It's kind of nice, you know, when you preheat your oven or something like that to set your eggs out so they're ready to go, but if not, just get them from the fridge. And we're gonna put them in 1 at a time. I know that's kind of dramatic, but it really does help get them incorporated a lot without curdling the mixture. Now we're gonna add our baking powder, our baking soda, and our salt. I like to add these in now before I add in the flour because then it kind of mixes together better as opposed to having like pockets of flour and baking powder and soda, so that's not good. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. I like to add salt into all my cookies, all my baked goods really, because it adds so much flavor to it. Okay, so we're gonna get that mixed. Okay, it's time to add the flour in. So let's take this off. We're gonna add this right back to our scale and just zero it out. That's the best part about using a scale, is that, again, you don't have to get too many things dirty. So we need 600 grams of flour. I'm just gonna add it all in. 600, I got there. Okay, here comes the fun part. We're gonna add in the sprinkles. So the dough is ready for the final mix-in. So we're using Jimmy sprinkles. These ones won't melt in the oven. They stay their nice Jimmy shape. So we're gonna do 100 grams of that. A little bit more than that. 130. Just throw whatever you want. Then we're gonna do 100 grams of white chocolate chips. You could use chocolate chips if you wanted to. That would be interesting. I've never tried that before, but you try it and let me know how it goes. Then we're gonna mix it all together. At this point, I like to mix it a lot because you wanna make sure you get all the way to the bottom. You can scrape it if you want to. I'm kind of lazy and I don't ever scrape the bowl. But whatever you wanna do. Just make sure it's really mixed together. Okay, let's scoop these out. So I like to use a scoop like this. It's like the ones the lunch ladies would use for mashed potatoes. I always remembered that, and I found these because the ones that you buy at like the regular kitchen supply store do not hold up. These are the best ones. So get it from a restaurant supply. So we're doing this so it adds this really nice professional look to it. Also, what we're gonna do is we're gonna chill our cookies. I know that's kind of a controversy in the cookie world. I used to be against chilling cookies because I didn't have time for that. But I did a lot of testing to decide, to figure out if that actually made a difference, and it really does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chill these cookies for about 15 minutes in the freezer, and then they're gonna stay really thick in the oven instead of spreading out. Okay, so they're about ready to go into the oven. So let me show you what I do. So you have that kind of a scoop look to it. I like to turn it over so it's more smooth on the top. So let's do that. Also, let's have a chat about the oven. I like to preheat my oven 30 minutes before I even start baking. So then, 15 minutes in, when it says it's preheated, I know that it still needs about 15 more minutes to get fully preheated. Because when that bell goes off, that means only one part of the oven is preheated. We want the whole thing to be preheated. Okay, so these are ready to go in the oven. Okay, the cookies are now done. And what I like to do is I take a round cookie cutter, and right when I get them out of the oven, or soon after, I push them around the cookie and scoot them in a circle like this. And so you get a really nice round cookie, for the gram. You're gonna let these cool for about 10 minutes because they're still setting up on the tray. The tray is hot, so they will still cook the cookies. So they look pretty raw in the middle now, but they're still gonna have that doughy feel in the middle, but not be completely like raw in the middle. So let them set up for about 10 minutes before you eat them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this recipe, and I hope I've inspired you to make party cookies for yourself. Make sure that you like and subscribe. That would be really helpful. I'm new to YouTube, and this is my first video, so that would be great. I want other people to watch this as well. Also, leave a comment if you happen to make the recipe. I want to hear how it goes. Or if you don't like the cookies, then don't leave a comment. That's okay too. Also, check the description box below for a link over to my blog. I'm gonna have lots of new recipes coming up, hopefully one a week. We'll see how that goes. And so I would love if you would stick around. Thanks so much for watching Small Kitchen Sweets. I just want these to cool so I can eat them. That was loud.